Becky, my channel's What Beck Sews. Welcome back if you're a subscriber and welcome if you're new. Today's vlog is about my stash. Quite simply put, we won't go into too much detail other than the fact that we are going to be clearing it out. I made a decision this weekend that I am holding on to far too much fabric that I'm probably never going to use. So here in front of me I have a box. It's one of my smaller boxes from outside. Here I have a whole bin bag of fabrics that I bought a little while back and have never even opened or looked at. And that's not a good sign. And then behind me we have this whole Kallax unit, which has tons of fabrics in it, and the chances are I'm never likely to get round to sewing any of them, or some, well, chances are I'm never likely to sew some of them up. And I think that's really depressing, and actually it's got to a point where it's far too overwhelming for me, and I just want to have a good clear out. So I'm going to be really ruthless. If I'm keeping hold of a fabric, there has to be a reason why I'm keeping hold of it. I have to have thoroughly vetted it and gone, yeah, I'm going to use that at some point in the near future. Now, I'm not saying that my stash is going to become spectacular and completely reduced, but what I am saying to you is there is a lot in here and I'm never going to use it. So you're going to come with me whilst I do this journey. We're going to have a look at what I'm going to keep, what I'm not going to keep, and we're going to have a really good sort out. So what I'm going to do initially, I'll put you on a bit of a time lapse. I'm just going to get some of the fabrics out that I've got, and I know that I've got fabrics, like for example, that I can look at straight away and go, I recently bought this, I absolutely love it, there's no way I'm getting rid of it. And there's a couple of fabric godmother fabrics and bits and bobs that I know that I don't want to get rid of, that I've spent far too much money on, and I absolutely love them. I just need to stop waiting for the right project to come along for them. So I'm going to have a quick sort out of those, and then we're going to go through and start being a little bit more ruthless. From a really weird angle, I know, but I've put you at the top because it's easy for you to see. It's such a small space for me to be manoeuvring about in. So I have cleared this particular shelf and I have started to clear this one. I've already got fabrics to go into my destash. These are already, and I am being ruthless because, for example, this one here, every time I've done a destash recently, I haven't got rid of it, because I've been like, where's Lady McElroy? I need to keep it. Sorry, pile's driving me around the bend. I've been very much like, it's Lady McElroy, I need to keep it. Okay, it's gorgeous. It's a viscose chalet. I love it. But do I love it more than I love these particular viscoses that I've kept? No, I don't. In fact, I don't love it as much. I don't think it's as lovely on me as some of those fabrics there are. So that's the kind of things that I'm weighing up when I'm getting rid of some of these. Another one is this one here. So this is, everybody will remember it, it's a rainbow fabric special. It's the one that's perpendicular, so you have to remember the pattern goes perpendicularly rather than the other way. I've got 4 meters of this one, I think. Yeah, I've got 4 meters of this. But am I going to sew it up? I haven't yet. It's been in my stash for over a year, and every time I look at it, I haven't got the pattern that I want for it. So 4 meters of that, that's going to go on my destash, and this is why I'm being ruthless, because over the fabrics that I've got in there that I love, this one just doesn't sit as high on the table as them. And then there's things like this, right? That I don't even know why I bought this. I got this from Guthrie and Garney. It's just a 1 meter knit piece of fabric. Yeah, you can see that I paid £14.50 for it, and I've literally moved that from place to place. I mean, it's been moved so many times. So I'm like, why am I keeping it? It's just not going to get used. Now, what you can't see, let me see if I can bring you down, although, oh, these are just going everywhere. Bring you down a minute. Let's drop you down here so you're sitting, see all the fabrics that we're sorting through. So over here, this pile here is a plain pile of fabrics. So I've got some black viscoses in here, I've got some black French terry, some pink Ponte Roma and some purple French terry. They will get used every winter. The cooler months are not finished with, so some of them may still even get used up until that point, either by sewing things for me or my children. So they're going to be keepers. But what I'll probably do with these is, rather than storing them in my Kallax unit, is these will be some of the ones that go in the boxes out there. I have a pile here as well that I've carefully sorted through, that you can see there's some lovely fabrics in here. I've got some red double gauze. I've got some of the fabric that I made an Adrian blouse out of, that the lovely Cara bought me. I made some Pietra trousers out of this. This is just a white French terry. I had a remnant of this and I turned some of it into the Drew. I made some Theas out of this denim fabric that I got from Beyond the Pink Door. This was a gift from Ruth. These are things that I'm never going to use. These are going on my swaps table because some of them have been gifted to me. I'm not comfortable in selling things that have been gifted to me. So they'll go on the swaps table at my next sewing social, and then what doesn't sell there, I'll take to the Staffordshire social. What doesn't go there, I'll take to the Staffordshire social. I bought this. It's like a slinky rib knit fabric. It's lovely. It's 2 meters of it. It's my colour red, but I've just not made it up. I've had this languishing in my stash for a couple of years that I love because it's all the red colours that I love. But do I love it as much as these? No, I don't. So I am being ruthless, guys. You should be so proud of me. I might keep you at this level so you can see me as I'm still sorting out this side. Hey guys, right, just to show you how much better is this looking already. I mean, look. I actually have over here 2 empty units, and I have been really good with what I've been destashing. So this here is my destash pile. So some of these fabrics I do love. Some of them I think are absolutely gorgeous. Like for example, this one here, got this from Seamstress in one of her pop-up shops. I love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, but am I going to use it anytime soon? No, I'm not. So why am I keeping it? I don't need to keep it. It's just languishing in my stash, and it could languish in my stash for another 2 years because out of all the other fabrics, I just don't find it as beautiful as I find some of the others. I've got this that I bought to make something for somebody else. Never going to make it and never going to wear it, so not happening. This is one of the latest Godmother fabrics. I bought 1.5 meters of it for myself, and it's come, and it's just not what I thought it was, and I'm never going to make it up into something for me. So I'm going to destash it. This is a gorgeous lilac linen, which I love. I'm just never going to make up. And then I've also been looking through, so like this here. I love this. It's got animal print in it. It's, you know, on a navy background, white with leaves on it. But I've got so many viscoses. Am I going to make this up? Probably not. The same as this one. Absolutely love it. But am I going to make it up? Probably not. And then this one here is a black and white viscose. But this one, I've made a decision because if you look here, you can see there's a black and white viscose there. There's a black and white cotton there. So I've already got black and white in there. So do I need another black and white viscose? No, which is why I've also put one of the Beyond the Pink Door fabrics. I think it was from a couple of months ago, which I really did like in the black and white version, or the cream and white version. But I've got so many cream and white and black and white fabrics, I've got to be ruthless because I'm not going to get them all made up, and I'm not going to have garments that are all that similar in my wardrobe. I mean, I know I'm a sucker for animal print, guys, and there'll be lots of repeats of animal print, but just not that much. So yeah, I'm going to go and get a bin bag for some of the scraps that I've found. I'm going to find a way of bagging up the stuff that I want to go on the swaps table, which is all in that corner, just so I can stick them out there. And then I'm going to sort through this bin bag that I've got here, and then this box that I've got here. I've still got a couple more boxes out there, but I think that's going to be my lot for today, because I've still got my big box, my chest upstairs in my bedroom, which again, I've got loads of fabrics in, which I just don't sew up, and they've been in there for a couple of years now. So I need to make some serious decisions about what I'm doing with them as well. So I'm being really good. I'm so proud of myself. Anyway, I'll come back on and check in a bit. Okay, so these are all of the fabrics that I am going to destash just from going through what's in my Kallax unit and one of my boxes outside. I think I am going to have a thorough go through of upstairs and just do one big destash. I think I'll post this video before I do the destash, and then that way you guys have had a chance to see some of the fabrics, and if there's something you want, you've got it there. I have emptied this box completely. I've put some bits in these two drawers, just so they're in there. I've actually put the French terries in that one there rather than putting them in a box outside, because they all fitted perfectly and they're all winter weight fabrics. These came out of the box and the bag, and then these came out of the box and the bag, and I forgot that I bought this. Now I've left it on here because I bought this to make a pair of trousers, the same as this fabric here and this fabric here. They're all trouser weights. We've still got a little bit time left for the year, if not going into autumn, and I do want to get ahead with what I'm making, so I might still have a chance to get them done. Definitely a bit of a colour theme with me, but I love this paired with like a black top or a bright top, because I feel this colour is quite neutral, and on my bottom half it's perfect, whereas on my top half it wouldn't work very well. I bought this viscose here from Neil's Fabrics, which I know is very ditzy and floral for me, but there's about 5 meters of that there, and I think it would make a great spring summer type dress. So I've kept it because although it is ditzy for me, it's got the colours that I like on it. There's a lot of it, and even if it just works out that it's good for a toile, that's great. Down here, these two bags are literally for my sewing social. I have somebody in mind that I want to give this coating fabric to. It cost me, I think, about 40-50 quid from First for Fabrics last December. Not last December, the December before, but I've never used it, and as beautiful as it is, I can't see me using it, so I have a person in mind. And then these two jerseys here, there's lots of this jersey, which is why I've not put it in my Kallax unit and I've put it in the box. Again, this is one I got from Neil's. I love the fabrics on this, the colours. It feels so 80s, although I must admit I'm hoping that I can get away with the contrast because it's got the darker blue in it, because it is slightly lighter colour tones than I'd go for normally. I see this being more of a Sam from Sequin Girly kind of fabric, because it's got a little bit more jewel tones in it, and a few pastel colours. If you're a summer colour, this would look great on you. This is an ex-Ted Baker dead stock. I've promised my friend that I'd make her a dress out of this for forever and a day, so I'm not going to get rid of it, and she will eventually keep asking me for it, and one day I'll make it up for her. So that's staying in there. I'm debating on whether to get my other two boxes out, as I'm on a bit of a roll, but then they are buried, so probably not. But I might go up and have a go at the chest. Right, I'm not going to sign off just yet. I will keep going and I'll let you know when I conclude. Okay guys, I am up in my bedroom now, and I've got some fabric that's on my chest. So this is some of my Gonk, my bad boy Gonk fabric. Scott really wants a jumper in this next year, so this isn't going anywhere. That's got to stay until next year. This gold sparkly fabric, however, I'm never going to use, so that's definitely going to go in the destash. All these great ideas that you get when you're at Christmas time. You're like, yeah, I'll make something up with that, and then you don't. That's from the ladies, so that won't be going anywhere. Now, I have bought myself this mesh fabric, but I don't know if I'll use that or not. It's an unusual stretchy mesh. It's really lovely. It's got like these sort of graphical design, and then it's got like a grid over it. I don't think I'm going to get rid of that. Let me prop you up somewhere, and then we'll go into this chest that I'm sitting on. Okay guys, the chest is open. You can see it's very full. It's full to the brim. This chest is that big. So this is all full of fabrics. And again, I can already see there's fabrics in here that I'm probably not going to use. Now, this particular fabric, this blue one that I've got, is a lovely lightweight blue sweatshirt fabric. I've actually kept this for Jasmine, who's my youngest daughter, because she's a lot fairer than I am. So she suits these kind of colours really, really well. So that is going to stay in my stash because I've got that deliberately for her. Same as this gorgeous white Ponte Roma. I really want to make a cardigan for myself, so that's not going anywhere. I've got some more red rib knit. I mean, how much red rib knit do you need? I've put some already in the destash pile, so I suppose I'll keep this one. But then, am I actually going to make anything with it? I don't know. This is the thing. This is what happens when you start sorting through your fabrics. Now, I've got some dark red ribbon that actually needs to go downstairs. I have like a little ribbon stash. It'd be really good to know that I've got that colourway. It's a burgundy type colourway. That would have been really helpful with my burgundy French Terry when I was making stuff up for that. I have this absolutely stunning linen look fabric. It's gorgeous. Again, am I going to use it? I'm struggling to be as ruthless up here. I don't know why, because I do really like this. I've got a really heavyweight denim that I bought to make a pair of jeans. I'm going to keep it because it's the only real denim fabric that I actually have in my entire stash. This is a lightweight navy jersey. It's not got a lot of stretch in it. That is going to go on the swaps table because I don't use it. I'm not going to use it. I've got scraps of this in here as well. You know, there's not much of this left, but this was a fabric from Beyond the Pink Door that was sent to me in error. Really gorgeous fabric, but it's like little tiny scraps. I don't think they're really gonna, I don't even know if you'd get much out of it. I mean, they'd be great for like pieces to add on to a drew, you know, when you've got like your colour blocking pieces. Now, I love this. This is a really lightweight viscose jersey, and it's got like shells all over it. I'm going to keep that. I've got 3 meters of that. I just didn't get it made up last summer, but it is a summer weight jersey dress. Now, this has been in my stash for a very long time. In fact, the very first time that I met Adele, I met her at the Sewing for Pleasure show 2 years ago. Has it really only been 2 years? It feels like she's been my friend forever. So 2 years ago, I bought this from Lady McElroy. I won't get rid of it. I do absolutely love it. I just need to find the right project to make with it. One that I will wear. And I think I'm going to take it out of here and downstairs to keep it very much fresh in my mind. Lots of parts of me wanted to make that into a like lightweight summer cotton robe, but actually that fabric's a fabric that needs to be seen. It would make a gorgeous shirt dress. That is what it screams out to me. I always struggle with the cotton lawns and the cottons because they're much stiffer weight, and I don't like things too stiff and oversized on me. I like things to be fitted. I think that would make a gorgeous Armadale dress, which is the style arc dress. That's a lovely fitted shirt dress with a unique sort of collar. That might be worth me having a look at. What else have I got in here? I've got this. Now, I can't get rid of this. This is a boil wool. This is one that my mum bought me. She bought it from Minerva, and I know she spent quite a bit of money on it. I just have to remember it's in here next winter and get it out and actually make a coat with it, because yeah, it needs using, and she did buy it for me. What else have I got in here? This, which I sourced, just a gorgeous Indian white fabric. That's one for the summer. Again, I'm not getting rid of that one. This side's not going as well. This is a Lady McElroy herringbone style fabric in red. It's a jersey. This isn't going anywhere. This will be a great summer dress. That, I think I've got about 4 meters of that as well. I've got a black needle cord. This would make a really nice Margot pinafore, which is the new Tammy handmade. But then I worry about that because it's very A-line, and I like something that fits me, and I feel like that's more of a, would look amazing on Adele. Whereas I think the olive pinafore by Tilly and the Buttons, which actually So Let's Sparkle with Sam has just made one as one of her stash busters. She doesn't call it stash buster, so just stash squatter, that's what she calls it. And there's 2 meters of this, so that would probably work for this. And with it being black, it would go with lots of my bright coloured blouses to wear underneath it. So I'm not getting rid of that. I am going to get rid of this. This is going to go into it. This has been washed, so it's very creased, but I've got like 3 meters of this pink needle cord. I love it. I'm not going to use it reasonably. I'm not going to use it. So we have our first let's get rid of. Look at me making a decision. What else have I got? This was another one that's been in my stash for ages. This is a Beyond the Pink Door fabric. It's very, very beautiful. Very Christmassy, but too ditzy for me. I'm not going to make anything with it. Did I get this from a Swaps? I think I did. I think that's going to have to go in my Swaps table lot. I've got this. I've never used it. It's got a slight bit of stretch in it. It's like a lightweight denim. There's 2 meters of this. It's only got a little bit of stretch in it. It's not got much, but there is a little bit of give. I need to make something with this, and I don't know what. I do like a lighter denim on the bottom half of my body. So I'm keeping that. I've got this, which is a gorgeous gingham viscose from Rainbow Fabrics. Now, reasonably, I should get rid of this, but every part of me knows that when we get into summer, I love that picnic table on your body look. Sorry, really bad way of describing it, but it's how I feel about it. And yeah, so I'm not going to, because I'll probably just be gutted that I did. Now, all of you can actually see the message in the mirror behind me, and I apologise. If you've been with my channel for a very long time, you will know that there is a reason that's in my mirror, and it was when my partner and I very first got together 8 years ago this year. We were arguing and I was going away for a weekend, and this mirror used to be over the side, his side of the bed, and it used to be like literally it would be what he looked at in the morning when he woke up, or the last thing he saw at night when he went to bed. And I went away and we were arguing, and I didn't want to leave on a bad note, and he was being a bit of a, whatever the word is in the mirror says, and I didn't want to go away on an argument. So when he got home that night and climbed into bed and I wasn't here, he saw that in the mirror and he knew everything was okay. So it stays, doesn't go anywhere. Absolutely love the fact that it's on there. It's so sentimental. This was something I got from the lovely Ruth, who is seamstress here on Instagram and over on YouTube. She's got a shop called Shropshire Sews, but this was something I got from her many moons ago. We did like a swap of some fabrics. Now, this hasn't got my colours in it. It's not something I could wear, but I actually wanted to make my other half a shirt with this because I think it's gorgeous and it'd be a lovely summer shirt for him. I like things like that. I like funky shirts on men. When we went shopping yesterday, I took him into a couple of different places and found some really funky shirts, but the problem is he never wears them, so he's looking at me like I've gone crazy. But when we do go away on holiday, and we do have a holiday later this year, he does put a shirt on in the evening, so I will make him one up, so that's not going anywhere. And then that's about it. I've got a bit of this fabric left, which is some gorgeous Jewels fabric. I love this. I made a dress out of this. I've actually got a dress that doesn't fit me that I've pulled out of all my stuff to hand to, well, I've got a couple of things that I'm going to take to the Staffordshire social to see if anybody wants, because I don't think any of the ladies at my social are actually remotely or were in my size range. I think they're all quite a bit smaller than me, so none of my stuff would really fit them. But I know that Jenny and I she could wear most of my stuff at the Staffordshire social. But I do really like this fabric. It makes nice linings for things, so that would be a great lining in a bag. So it's one that I just don't want to give up because I think it's very, very pretty. And then I've got this, which I bought again because I made a penny dress out of, which is beautiful. There's only about 1.5 meters here of this. The fabric it's like a linen look, and I must admit the fabric can be quite scratchy against your skin. So I don't know what I'm going to make with it, but I'm reluctant to get rid of it because I had this in quite a few different colourways and I've loved everything that I've made. So that's it. I mean, there's scraps of bits in the bottom of here. So this was from a shirt that I made Scott. It's a linen. Again, there's hardly anything there. Tiny bit, probably 0.5 meter. I'll take those sort of things to the social because I think that they're things that are great for lining bags and stuff. I've got like some bits here. This was a patchwork piece that I'd sewn together that I'd done, I think, for a So Frugal project a few years ago. I'm never going to use it. It was to put a sleeve onto something, I think. But yeah, just some of my little patchwork bits. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to keep it in here because I just don't know what I want to do with it. But that's it. I've got a tiny bit of scrap of this left, which has just been put in here for the sake of being put in here because there's nothing usable there. So that's something to sort out. A couple of Christmas stockings in here apparently as well. Clearly this was just a dumping ground for me at one point. And then I've also got this, which is very, very pink, my colour pink. And it's a viscose piece. It's been half cut out. I think that can go to the swaps table because there's still plenty on there for use. Just yeah, I might take that downstairs and put that in my stash as well, so I can use that and remember that's there. This is summer for Scott, that's summer, so I'll leave these in here. I do like going through my fabrics every now and again. It just reminds me of what I've got. It also makes me feel quite excited to get started in sewing again. I've definitely slowed down since the Decluttering weekender, and not for any other reason than I've just not had time and I've not been well. But I do miss sewing. I like having fresh clothes in my wardrobe. And my wardrobe's getting thin again. I mean, May this year is going to be quite an interesting one for me because I have lost weight. I don't fit into a lot of my clothes. And some bits, they still fit me absolutely fine, or their looser fit works okay. But yeah, I'm going to have to, especially come summer, make a few bits. So I think, guys, that's as much as you're going to get from me today. Having gone through everything, I mean, I've been talking to you for 15 minutes up here. There's definitely a vlog's worth of stuff here. I'll get this out tonight. I have filmed a week in my handmade as well this week, where you'll see next week me referring to this video that I was going to make. I am in scruffs today, apologise, but I am in literally my comfies. I think I'll get this up tonight, and then hopefully by next weekend, maybe next Friday, I'll sit and put on all of my destash fabrics, as there's so many, because then that way, if they go fairly quickly, I can get them all posted over the weekend while I'm not working. Or Thursday lunch break. I tend to like doing it in my Thursday lunch break. That's usually quite a good time, and then it gives me plenty of time over the weekend to get everything posted out for you guys. Right, I need to put my bedroom back together. I hope you all have a fantastic week, guys, and you have enjoyed coming with me on this journey of destashing and clearing out. And I'll catch you all soon. Let me know if any of you have done this as well.